to mind when you think of a famous white person, a famous Latino person, or a famous black person?
Black person, I think of Barack Obama. And Denzel Washington. Tyler Perry, he's out there.
Will Smith.
Kanye West.
50 Cent.
Wesley Snipes.
Martin Luther King. People, I think of Kobe.
Famous black people, I would say probably Lil Wayne.
All musicians, honestly, because I'm a musician. Chris Brown.
Okay.
Ken Griffey Jr.
J-Lo and Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez.
J-Lo.
I want to say Kim Kardashian, but I guess I'm gonna have to say like nope, Angelina Jolie's not either. What about? Oh, Jennifer Lopez. She's bad.
Oh, you know about Daddy Yankee or something?
Johnny Depp. And Celine Dion. Justin Bieber. The girl from Black Swan.
Natalie Portman.
Yes.
Presidents.
George Washington.
I don't know, George W. Bush.
Okay.
I don't fuss with that nigga.
There's a lot of white people. I would say like Megan Fox.
White people, I think of John Mayer.
White? I don't know. Robert De Niro.
Let's see, Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
I believe that certain careers are associated with certain races, like there are Latino jobs, black jobs, and white jobs.
Oh, yeah.
Black people, like services and stuff. Latinos, I don't even know what they do. White people like white collar jobs.
I know a lot of Spanish people are like housekeepers, and white people have like, I don't know, office jobs and stuff like that.
For white people, I think of like business, like a businessman, typical businessman. Latino, I think of labor, anything with your hands. Yes. Black people could do anything they want. Like people of power, like when you think of it automatically, generally you think of like white people, like CEOs of companies and stuff. Latinos, gardeners, labor, and then black people, they don't have jobs.
With Latino, most of the times like painting or construction, where it's like white, like business-wise is behind the desk or something like that. Blacks, pretty much like everything else too, like equal.
Do you associate negative and positive media images more with one race?
Yes, definitely. White people have a more positive light, and minorities don't.
See, it's always crime with lower races, minority.
I would say morally in the black African Americans, but not too much. It's mostly spread out.
Yeah, like when you watch commercials, all the popping commercials are for the white people, and then you have like blackpeoplemeet.com. That commercial is so low budget. Like that commercial sucks. Who wants to watch blackpeoplemeet.com on TV? And it's like.
What news stories come to mind when you think of white news stories, black news stories, or Latino news stories, or do you think they're all the same?
Alright, that's easy. Black people on the news are always crackheads. They never interview the intelligent black people. Whenever you see it, it's like some, my baby!
It's like black people and like Spanish people, like crimes, like there's never, like we never recognize the good things we do and stuff.
I remember during Katrina, there were a lot of watching clips of talking about people looting and seeing a lot of footage of blacks looting places when I knew that everybody was looting.
So you associate negative images with blacks more in the media?
Yeah, but I think it's the news' fault.
Okay.
Casey Anthony.
So crazy white?
Yeah, crazy white people.
So what about blacks?
Robbers.
Latinos?
Robbers.
I don't think there's any difference. I mean, they're all at fault,
Okay.
Not at all. Everybody has the same problems, only in different ways.
Usually, like the more, I don't know, sometimes they're gay, to be honest. I see a lot of white gay people on the news.
And how do you think clothing relates to race?
Like skater kids, they wear like a lot of like Supreme and stuff. So like there could be like a black person that wears Supreme because he's a skater kid. Or
Spanish people go to like C-Town, buy the tacky clothes. No, not C-Town. What am I talking about? Mandy's.
Hollister and Abercrombie and Fitch, like white people.
That store Bebe Latinos. That store Against All Odds for black people.
I would say I see more Spanish people wearing Hollister now. And black people, I mean, a lot of them like polo.
Polo for everyone.
Latinos wear cheap clothes or whatever, and then to look cool you have to wear like brand names or whatever.
No, I don't think clothing really relates to race at all, to be honest.
There are definitely clothing brands that have target demographics within races, and I think that there's certainly differences between the ways races dress.
Blacks like sagging the pants mostly.
Kind of. I don't know, I sag my pants sometimes, and I feel like teachers portray me as black more than white when I first walk into their classroom.
If you think about our school, like the black people always wear like, you know, baggy clothes and like, but like some black people like dress like, you know, white people like very nice, but.
Do you judge someone based on what they wear?
No, I don't judge people.
You know, people always say like if you like a white person's wearing baggy clothes or anything, they're like, oh, they're dressing black and stuff like that, and then that's like a negative thing to them.
Well, if they wear like really like skimpy clothing, I think they're really slutty.
And then there are certain black kids who would say, he's trying to dress like he's white, and then there are certain white kids who are trying to say he's not trying to dress like him.
Do you think that clothing brands caters to specific races?
Yeah. Ralph Lauren was taken on by a lot of black people, and that was a white person like clothing brand, and once black people started to get into it, they started to switch up the style.
Like Ralph Lauren, like towards like probably like white people, you know, like they play golf and like, you know.
Models used by a clothing company obviously are going to affect who buys the product, because if they see somebody of their race wearing their clothing, they're assuming that those are the clothes that a person of their race can wear. Because
Prada bags attract more white girls, I guess.
Okay.
How do you think the media influences the career paths people take?
Well, I see like a lot of people trying to get the body image of that they see on TV, so they can be like famous.
I feel like that we look down upon a lot of like intellectuals lately, like in the media, because we always see these people at like the entertainment business, and we always look up to people in the entertainment business, and not so much people like Steve Jobs or something.
What
It's all about the person you are and how smart you are at doing your job.
So
I feel like because there are so many, you see so many minorities in the entertainment industry, but then particularly due to, you know, the history of this country, a lot of minorities haven't been able to find good jobs that aren't necessarily either being an entertainer or being poor, and that's not their fault. But
I feel it just has to do with like what they see is what they want to go for, what they feel like they're limited to achieve.
And what race do you think is dominant in the fashion industry?
I would say white.
Okay.
Polo.
I would say white.
I wouldn't put a race on it. I would just say ethnic. It's more ethnic. I would see
Less white.
Less white. Exactly.
probably Asians.
I'm gonna say the black African American.
No comment. How would you define trill?
I would say it's being truly real, but I think I could say it better.
All the Mexican women make top.
I think you're being racist.